What's up, everybody? We are back at it again with another Local Legend episode. This time I have with me the David Harris.
Oh gosh.
What is up, guy?
What up, bro? It feels so good to have like a V in front of it. I feel like they're always like, and here's David, and it's like, David who? Like I feel like I've never been the guy that like has the name where you can just say the anything. So that's good.
Well, from here on out,
that feels good.
Everyone watching, it's now the David. All right,
let's go.
So this video might get kind of interesting. Me and David know of each other, but we don't know each other.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're just gonna have a moment, and you guys can watch if you want.
It's gonna be solid.
So let's get right into it. This is the third episode I've recorded. I don't know which episode this will be put out to you guys, but there's some questions that I ask everybody, and then there are other questions that are very personal to the person. So one of the questions that I ask everybody, it's always on the table. It's usually always the first question is, what is your first musical memory?
Okay, so I feel like this is one of the ones where I actually wrote something down. Okay, so I'm a church kid, and at my old church, I have two things. So at my old church, my parents were in the choir, and that was back in the day where the choir robes were swinging.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were sweating buckets. Rehearsal was 3 hours. I hope you did your homework before you got there because we're not leaving before 10. Yes, all those things. And so
that's the only way to do it, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? And if a praise break broke out, it's just what it was, and you're just gonna sit on that front row and figure something out. And so that was my first watching a recording experience. Mm-hmm. So my parents were up in the choir, and I was watching them record an album, but I didn't actually know that was what was happening. And
that's insane.
Yeah. So like me and my friends are 7 or whatever, and we're taking laps through the church as they're recording, and it's hey, quiet on set, and we're just you know what I'm saying, doing whatever. And I just remember, it's so funny because those memories, those moments, and listening to that stuff, it's crazy to think how much I was listening.
It's crazy at a certain age that it's you look back on it and you're like, that's what shaped who I am today.
Literally, yes.
I think when I think back to I guess how I got into music, and it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but I would say I was in a youth group. I think I was 13 or 14 years old, and the bass player was graduating the next year. So I was like, dang, I want to do that. I saved up my own money. I bought a cheap, crappy bass.
Let's go.
And the youth pastor that was in there just let me go at it. Wrong notes and all.
Yeah.
And here we are today. Still playing wrong notes.
Bro, it's actually so funny. So randomly, you don't know this, but my wife knows you from a past life.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so this is so funny. So my wife's family, her mom, lives in a house that's down the street from Way of the Cross.
Oh my gosh.
Bro. Literally down the street. And so she was like, Braden Rowley, hold on. I feel yes, he started playing bass when he was like 13 or something like that. Oh my
gosh, bro.
And I just remember him playing at our church and our camps and stuff like that. And that's wild. That guy's still playing music.
That's insane, bro. I did not even know that.
Dude.
I can't. I bet if I saw her or something, I'd be like, whoa.
I know.
Crazy. It's such a small world we live in.
Dude.
Such a small world.
I know. Dude, and so then the second memory I have of music. So I feel I was in 8th grade, and they were putting out signups to join choir, right? And all I knew was I liked the Jonas Brothers, and that was year 3000. That stuff was hitting back then. And so I remember I remember like me and my friend, we joined choir as a joke. And we were like, yeah, we're just going to like pull up to the first 2 days and then never come back.
Right.
He's essentially what happened. And then, so the first day we come in and they're like, okay, we're going to see like what kind of voice part you are. And so I started singing and they were like,
all over.
Dude, they were like,
all over from there.
Like, you're kind of decent, bro. I was like, really? Like, that's awesome. And they're like, no, like seriously, like you're kind of like, how long have you been singing? I was like, this is my first day.
I feel like that's usually how these church type people are.
Yeah.
Is like we join stuff. Like I was a band kid.
Yeah.
And like me and my friends were like, it's
yeah.
It's the same thing. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Dude.
My thing is I wish I could sing like an angel. That would be my one thing.
Me
I feel
too.
like if you shut up, I feel like if you play an instrument, then it's like, what would you do if you don't play an instrument? It's like, I want to sing like an angel.
Yeah, for sure.
And then if you sing, it's like, oh, I just want to slay at an instrument.
Oh, dude.
It's hilarious.
I would just be an instrumentalist all day long. No offense to everybody I leave. Love you all. Oh my God.
That's what I was saying. All right. So, so the new year just happened.
Yeah.
I think I don't even know what today is. We're the first week in January.
Yeah.
And, have you already lost some of your goals for this year?
You know, oh, this sounds so bad. Okay. So like my goal was like, I'm going to brush my teeth before I go to bed. Is that bad? Okay. I don't know why. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
I'm thinking at least once a day.
Yeah. Like I was like, like I'm a morning guy. Like, let's do this thing. Like I'll rinse, like whatever. And I was like, no, I'm going to be a twice a day kind of guy. And I blew it like that quick. I'm back on tonight though. I'm back on.
That's all right, bro. You know why? Because we serve a God of second chances.
Come on. In the third and fourth, because I'll need those as well.
Amen, bro. Bro, my fiance is a dental assistant, so she would be on you right
She
now.
would be on me.
That's okay, because she gets on me too, because I don't floss.
Oh, dude, see, I floss.
Oh, okay. Well,
we'll meet in the middle.
We're just putting all this out there for.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
For the tens of millions of people that will be watching this.
Don't judge me.
Yeah, don't judge me either.
Yeah, I love the Lord.
All right. So anyway, so do you have any other goals for like music or just like personal music related goals for this year?
Yeah, man. Well, okay. So on a personal side, I literally just told Instagram that I'm having a kid. So like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Like, so my phone's been kind of blowing up, but I am still fasting social media. I will turn it off today. Yeah. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Dude, it's big time. I'm super hyped. Yeah, dude. I'm freaking pumped.
So are you gonna be like that dad that puts him in all the sports and all the stuff that are you gonna live through your? No, I'm just.
I don't know, man. Look, so I see this with my wife's little sister, and I'm like getting super hyped at her basketball games, right? She's like, she's like 10, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if I could be a parent to a kid that's playing basketball. I am like, I'm ready to jump across the court on these reps right now.
Exactly. Bro.
Just making bad calls. I don't know. It's bad. I don't know.
That's okay. I'm sure you'll be all right,
dude. I don't know. I hope they just play music. Like, I feel like there's nothing competitive. Like, no one's gonna fight anybody.
Right.
Like, just play an instrument.
See, that's my worst nightmare. I hope my kids play music because sports is like I like to watch stuff.
Oh yeah.
But nah, bro.
Dude,
just play that bass right there and
like
we'll be good.
There's one of these two things is gonna help you after the age of 18.
Exactly.
Choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I'm going to the league. I was like, no, you're not. You're 5'9". Like, no, you're not. You know what I'm saying?
You are the worship pastor.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
At a little tiny little church called
L-Dub.
LW, baby. Living
L-Dub,
Word.
dude. Oh my gosh.
So for the fine people, where's Living Word located and what are they about,
Dude. I lead worship at Living Word. It's in Vandalia. Is where our main campus is, and then we have our Burkhart campus and the Dream Center that's going to be opening downtown over on East 3rd Street.
Fantastic.
Yeah, man. We're just trying to reach people. I think our pastor is super big on a mobilized church.
Oh yeah.
So for us, it's like, you know, you could come here and the worship's gonna hit and the sermon's gonna hit, but like, if it doesn't roll over into Monday, it doesn't matter.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? And so for
with
him,
the conviction,
dude, I'm telling you,
gosh.
it's changed the entire way. I mean, even with, you know, life groups and doing life in a community and those kinds of things, like it's kind of changed my entire philosophy on all of that.
Dang, that's a good one.
Yeah, bro.
So like, how'd you end up in this position? How did you first start going there? How long have you been going there? That's like 6 questions wrapped up in one. Let's start with the simple. How long have you been going there?
Yes. So my wife and I, we started going there back when we were dating 5 years ago.
Oh,
2017. Boy, that's a long trip on how to get there. It is a lengthy, weird trip on how we got there. So I dated this girl that is not my wife, and back in 2015, she had brought me there. It was her home church, and I remember like checking it out, and I was like, dude, this church is super sweet.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I didn't go to my current church, like I would come here. This place is sick. And back then, all I did was play drums.
All right.
Okay, so that's it. And, you know, especially in church, I should say. And so I was like, dude, if I went there, like, oh, dude, it'd be so sick to play drums there one time. And fast forward 2 years, and Stefan Stewart, shout out to Stefan, who I was kind of just a fanboy of, like I didn't actually know her.
Right.
And I thought she was super sweet. And she reaches out to me, and I leave her on red for like 9 days. And she's like, hey, like, are you looking we had a mutual friend. She's like, were you looking to like make a transition? You know, our friend like tried to connect us. And so I was trying to see if you were trying to make a transition or whatever. I'd love to come up and meet you and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I come up and, you know, she's showing me around, showing me all the stuff and things. And I was like, man, this is super great. She was like telling me the vision, super convicting. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, like this is riveting stuff. And she's like, yeah, so what do you think? I was like, this is a lot to pray about.
Oh yeah.
I feel you. Power to you. And so I texted her the next day. I was like, yeah, it's probably not going to work. Like I'm pretty involved where I'm at. So it's probably not going to work out. A month later, through a long series of events that are too long to talk about on this show.
That's all right.
We end up leaving the church that we were at, and we ended up coming to Living Word. And my mom's like walking me down the aisle like a 5th grader. And she's like, I am hand delivering you my son because he made the wrong choice. Like when my mom found out that I told her no, she was like, boy, you done lost your mind.
Thank the Lord for mothers.
Yeah, you know, shout out to my mom. And so she like walks down and she's like speaking in tongues the whole way down. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to hand deliver you my son.
Yeah.
And we've been there ever since.
Dang, bro. That's crazy. So I knew some kids that used to stomp around in the old flight building.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if these names ring a bell. I'm just gonna say them just to see what happens.
Put it out there, dude.
There's a Braden Parrish.
Oh,
shout out
Braden
BP.
Parrish, yes.
Shout out. He's my like we grew up. I think I went to Bethel High School.
Oh, sweet.
Right up the road, and we were best friends since like 3rd grade, and that was like it's like a blessing and a curse to have a best friend with the same name.
Yes, dude, with a name like Braden, that's actually hilarious because that's not super typical.
I know
at all.
It was a good time,
dude. That's awesome.
So, what are some like roles, and some like things you do on a weekly basis in your role as a worship pastor?
Yeah, you know, I feel like it's always changing, a little bit, but for me, I think creating set lists which I'm not very good at. I will call Stefan a lot, and I'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she'll be like, "I'm picking up my kids." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Well, what's the set list for this week? Because I don't have it at all." And so that part is really rough for me. But man, I tell you, like, I've really been focusing a lot of the bulk of my attention has been trying to get the Burkhardt campus off the ground and healthy.
Yeah.
And then also we just launched a development process for our team. I feel like that was something that we had grown to a level where we had a whole lot of people that were coming in, but they weren't super prepared to do maybe what we had asked them to do, and maybe what our team standards were.
Right.
And so I have a heart for developing, and I have a heart for just pushing people into purpose. And so my entire time at the back end of last year was just like spent like, how can I create a system that will equip people to be able to do on a Sunday morning something like what we asked them to do confidently and self-assured.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like every church should have that kind of process, because I've been here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
And I've seen people like slip through the cracks that like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready.
Yeah.
And oh, I'm nervous and I can't get over this stuff and I don't know.
For sure.
And like something like that is got to be a confidence booster, and just like that's super cool and a super important tool that I'm gonna put on the back burner. That's a fantastic idea.
It is a ton to get up off the ground. Honestly, man, we have such a great team. Stefan had really built up our team to be just so successful. And you know, so when she stepped away, it was a really smooth transition for us, because I'd already been on the team. And for me, dude, like, I can't take any credit for any of that. Like, she worked it out for 6 years.
Yeah.
In that role. And so it's been great, dude.
Yeah. What, I guess, like, who or what inspires you, just on the daily to grind it out and just to continue to like lead with that purpose and that understanding for others?
Yeah. That's a loaded question. I think, for me, it really comes down to knowing my need. Like, I felt like I was someone who was musically inclined. And so what ends up happening, I feel like, at church is we put these people who are really gifted, but really young, up on these platforms and up on these stages, and they fall.
Yeah.
Often and hard. Yeah. And so for me, being one of those kids that had a good voice and you know, or could play something, and so, and you know, with a little bit of charisma, and you can kind of just push them up into the front. And what I was finding is that, like, everything, all of my problems were always circled around this bubble of anger that I felt like was always brewing. And it took me, I mean, just candidly, it took me almost losing my job at the church for me to realize, like, no, man, like it's you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you know, it's always somebody else's fault, and I don't know why. Like, but no, dude, it's you. And so I think what that has done is built testimony in a well, I feel like, of gratitude just to the Lord for my own kind of growth.
Right.
But I think it's also developed, you know, the Bible says that, you know, he who has been forgiven much forgives much. And I was someone who was very black and white with my worldview and how I saw people and their struggles and issues and stuff like that. But it's given me a greater depth, I think, of compassion for people who blow their own lives up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I just know that, like, God has really positioned me to be a voice of reason, maybe in a different world.
Right. That's pretty uplifting right there. I feel like I kind of been through the same thing. It's like you put all this pressure on yourself, and then when something happens, it's like, oh, it's somebody else's fault.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like once you realize, it's like, oh, bro, like you said, it's like, oh, that's me. It's like,
yeah,
there's a weight lifted off your shoulders, and it's easier to do your job well and like for the purpose that God intended it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome. Do you have anybody, let's go like, do you have any like musical groups or artists that you're watching right now that you draw inspiration from, or that you're just really into right now?
Yeah, dude. So for me, so I'm a music producer. Like before I was ever a worship anybody, right? I made beats.
Hey,
like that was just the move. And so for me, dude, I was in college and I started like trying to figure it out in this beat lab, and I was trash. Like everything I made was trash, but it took 6 days to make, and it was just not great at all. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna get on YouTube and start figuring out some stuff and whatever. And so I started watching this guy, Marcus Kincaid, right?
Oh,
I started watching this guy, right? And I was like, dude, like, this guy has like 60,000 subscribers. Like, how in the world? But this dude is sick, bro.
Yeah.
He was so good. And so I was like just eating up everything he was saying, everything he was doing. I think he was like posting videos on the weekly. Like, it was crazy.
Right.
And so as I get to Living Word, one day I was in my internship. And she said, Stefan says, hey, my friend Marcus is out here. Oh, you guys should meet him. And Marcus Kincaid walks in the door. Dude, I literally flipped, dude. I was like, you're the guy with the thing, right? Like it's you, dude. Like, oh my God, like, do you know who you are? And he's like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? He's very, very chill. He's like, let's reel it in. Like, this is not cute. This is two grown men. And so, so him for sure, dude. Having him as a friend, dude, is honestly, I'm like, I wonder if he even has my number saved. Like, I wonder if he actually even knows who I am. It's so great. Like for me, it's just like I freak out every time I talk to him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
A little foreshadowing there.
Dude, it's so good.
Just a little bit.
That dude has changed my life.
We might be having an episode of Marcus here soon.
Let's go.
I'm not gonna say anything though. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
He's crazy, bro.
Oh, dude, he's just good at everything.
The way he I can't wait to sit down with him, because the way he just balances everything that goes on in his life, it's crazy. Them stinking Kincaid people.
I know, right? Dude. Oh my gosh, dude. It is, yeah, it's wild. So him, and then, dude, so again, music producer at heart. So like Justin Bieber is just life, right? And then in the production side of things, like John Bellion is just life. Everything he makes is, I feel like, just gold. And SEU worship.
Okay.
Dude, so obviously I'm 25, right? And so for me, like, I listen to like a lot of things that are like pop influenced, and I like rap, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, like, I don't always listen to worship music all the time, but what they've done, I believe, is they've created this sound that is modern. Like, I can listen to this while I'm driving or working out.
Yeah.
Or I could like just fall on my face.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, man, we need more of that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like, as a producer, I draw so much inspiration from them, and just like how they've been able to create Christ-centered music, gospel music, rooted in truth, but it also just sounds dope.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, bro.
So, this is a fan favorite around here. It's your top 3 artists. We say at the moment, because we talk with Kristen and she's like, it's always changing. I would agree with that. It's like you go through those phases.
For sure.
I'm like all over the board. I like I listen to country music and then get down with some rap. So my top 3 at this very moment.
Tell me.
is probably still the same. I'm gonna go in no particular order. Need to Breathe.
Okay.
Is heavy for me.
Dude.
I love their sound.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, I grew up like a K-Love kid. That's what I say.
Yeah, man.
Because that's what my parents listened to. And it's like,
It's
I
good.
always loved, it's like, even when you get sick of something on there, it's like, I can always go back to that Need to Breathe stuff, and it's killer. I love their bass player. Their bass player. Oh my. Okay, I'm sorry. Need to Breathe. 2 would be Audio Slave.
Okay.
I get down with some Audio Slave, and then 3 at this very moment. I feel like the third spot. That's the flex.
Yeah.
And today where it sits, it's Gable Price and Friends, out of Bethel, bro.
Dude, you have been the third person who has talked to me about Gable Price and Friends.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, maybe I just missed it. Maybe I just missed the train. I might have to go back. I might have to go back in a what is it about them?
I feel like you didn't miss it. I feel like they're on the up and up. They have. I'm trying to even think of how. So I have some cousins that went to the Bethel School of BSSM.
Yeah.
I think that's the acronym.
Mm-hmm.
And they like talk to them out there, and I was like, it's like probably the Marcus thing. It's like, you guys talk
to Gable?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of, I can't even remember how like they fell into my lap, I guess.
Now you said your friends that went to BSSM. Now is that the Todd Squad?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, dude, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I always forget,
dude. That's how we met.
Exactly.
Oh, bro. Yes, man.
Shout out to the Todds.
Shout out to the Todds.
So, I think honestly, I think they were, one of their songs was in a like a Spotify playlist that I was listening to.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is this?
Yes.
And then it was all singles at that point, and then they put out an album. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Okay. And then they just released a new album not too long ago. So it's like the singles, it's like, oh, okay, what is this? And then it's like the album, it's like, oh. And then like the second album, it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's
it's
money.
Like, what is this? So
yes, that's so dope.
I feel like you need to check them out. So I always feel like I was like the first one on the train.
Dude,
that's what I like to say. I'm like, I knew them before everyone else did.
Dude, honestly, big facts, because I'm like, it's been you and my friend Noah.
Oh, Noah.
Oh, man, we are really crossing over. I forgot, man. Oh, my God. Dude, Noah Layton. Love you, my dude.
So many shout outs this episode.
Yeah, dude. Oh, my gosh. He's like, bro, Gable. And I'm like, but you know what? I love what he did in Homecoming.
Yeah, bro.
That song is killer.
It's good.
That song.
It's definitely like, it's a vibe.
That's sweet.
Just check them out. So that's my 3. That's what we were saying.
Yeah.
Need to Breathe, Audio Slave, Gable Price.
Gable Price. I'm going to listen to that on the way home.
Do it.
I will.
So what's your top 3 at this very moment as we sit?
Oh, man.
Right now.
As we live. Dude. Okay. So I have a newfound love for Andy Mineo. I feel like for a while he fell off. Hot take. But when he came back with Neverland 2, I was like, I was very impressed. This is a great project.
He's my favorite Christian rapper.
Yeah, he's super dope. So him right now, Kanye.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I would be remiss if I did not.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like him, you know, him dropping Donda at the same time that Drake dropped the Certified Lover Boy. Like,
let me stop. I'm gonna let you finish.
Yes,
but
let's go.
Welcome to a new segment.
Oh my goodness.
That we it's just a new segment. You know what I'm saying? Guess what, buddy?
Oh, man.
We are calling this segment This or That. All right. These are off the dome. This is straight. You don't know these questions.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
No, this is awesome.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just this or that. All right. So let's move to the first question.
Let's
all
go.
right. Bethel or Elevation?
Elevation.
All right. TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
Oh, okay. Okay. Date night. Stay in or go out?
Stay in.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
Stay in.
All
Shout out
right,
to my wife,
okay.
Brooklyn. Stay in.
All right. Okay. Next question. Kanye or Drake?
Oh, Ooh, that's tough.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, man. Okay. Look. Okay. Whew. Currently, Kanye.
Okay. In-ears or wedges?
In-ear monitors.
100%.
Praise the Lord.
All right. Pizza or wings?
Where are you from? Okay. We'll go pizza.
Okay. And the last question
Yes.
for this or that. Coffee or tea?
Coffee. If you know me, dude, I am drinking coffee. Black coffee is the fruit of life.
Here's a bonus.
Yes.
In a pinch.
In a pinch.
Dunkin' or Starbucks?
You know, I'll take Dunkin'.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, dude, I just feel like Starbucks tastes burnt, bro.
Okay, all right. Well, this has been this or that. Okay, so anyway.
Oh, yes, that's awesome.
Anyway, we were talking about Kanye.
Yes.
So Andy Mineo
Andy Mineo.
is number one.
Yes.
This is in no order, right?
No, in order.
Andy Mineo, Kanye,
Yes.
and number 3 at this very moment.
I would still put SEU worship there, man.
Dang.
Like,
okay.
I think that's where I get all my worship jams.
Right.
They just minister in the music. I don't know how much of them you listen to, but for me, like, I'm kind of a bass head, and so if I hear great bass playing,
Yeah.
that's it. It takes the cake for me.
I definitely know. I would know them like okay, so like I am so terrible with like song names and
sure.
just bands, but like if I heard the song, I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
But
sure.
so I'm sure I know some, but
sure.
you know how it goes.
I do.
So okay, that's a good 3.
Yeah.
You write songs, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it.
Yes.
What's your process?
Oh man.
What goes through your head when you're like, okay, so it's like, oh, I got this idea for a song.
Yeah.
How's it gonna come into reality? You know what I'm saying?
No, that's awesome. So like I said, I'm a music producer. So for me, I think everything has a sonic space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not too many people know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everything has a sonic space, and I feel like that determines maybe what chords you're playing.
Yeah.
Maybe for you as a bass player, am I playing dirty or am I playing like something clean that's almost kind of up here on the neck?
Yes.
Like, and it feels kind of like a moog. Like what am I playing here? Yes. And so for me, sounds trigger me, and like one-liners.
Yeah, bro. You got me so intrigued now.
Yes, bro.
Because I'm the same way. I'm like, everything fits, and it's
Yeah.
like you got a keyboard player that's like in my area. I'm like, you stupid, get out of here, bro. What are you doing,
Yes, dude? Yes,
Yeah,
it is so crucial, dude. I feel like for the songwriting process, I feel like when I'm writing collaboratively with people, I'm always like, give me as much information as humanly possible about like what it is that I'm trying to bring to life. So I feel like I always assume the producer role. Mm-hmm. Like unless I'm with Marcus, then I just default, right?
Right.
So like for me, I always kind of assume the role of the producer, and I'm like, okay, what's the one-liner? And then when you tell me that one, so okay, we wrote a song called "Refreshing." Me and Hank Chafin. Shout out to Hank Chafin.
So many shout outs.
Yes,
Hank
bro.
Chafin. Bro.
He's
Side
awesome.
note. Chafin's bro, Jeff Grinnell.
Yeah.
This like all those are the people that I grew up on, like going to camp. Sorry.
What a bunch of dude, you came to camp at a great time.
I know.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
Oh, dude.
Blessed.
Oh my gosh.
Too blessed to be stressed.
I mean, come on, all the things, right? Oh, dude. Like, so me and Hank, so our pastor was preaching a sermon, and he was talking about like repentance and like how how important it is, and with that comes times of refreshing will come from in God's presence.
Yeah.
When you turn around. And so, dude, he said this like bar of a one-liner. Okay. And so the pastor was like, come on, so that means that when you change direction, refreshing's coming for your life.
Hey.
And I was like,
oh, that's going in.
Like that's it. There's a song somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And so the next day, dude, me and Hank went to work, and we were like, okay, it's like what are we singing, and you know, what are we trying to say, like whatever. And so I kind of came up with this really booty. Can I say booty? Oh my god. Boop. Okay. Try again. Okay. So I came up with this really trash chord progression on a guitar because I'm not very good, and it just kind of had this like. Right, kind of vibe.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like, when I change direction, refreshing's coming. And Hank was like, what if we said, because I tried perfection and I just wasn't. Like, is that corny or is that sweet? I was like, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And you know, we came up with this song, but it really was stemmed from, okay, so we're calling this refreshing. Yeah. How can I make the instrumental feel refreshing? How can I create these builds and releases that's like, you know, like this pent up thing, and then it's like,
yeah.
And so creating these big emotional waves was kind of the move.
Yes, bro. Fire song.
Thanks, dude.
I've tuned in a couple of times.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
You
know
me.
what I'm saying. I gotta see my boy,
dude,
D Duncan. Hey,
oh my boy! Shout out again.
More foreshadowing.
Come on,
gosh, this
Denny
episode.
Earl.
Jesus.
Let's go,
oh
dude. Have you seen the latest installment of his mullet?
Yes.
The mullet mustache combo?
Yes, bro.
Oh, dude.
My God.
It's a look, dude.
This guy, bro.
What a legend.
He is a legend.
For sure.
Maybe a local legend even?
A local legend even? Ooh.
Oh, my gosh.
So good.
Can the people find your music? Have you guys put your music out there?
Okay, so yeah. Okay, yes.
Yes, question mark?
Yes, question mark, right? Like
Maybe.
We'll put a pin in it, right? So for us, like, we were spending a whole lot of time trying to find our sound. I feel like a lot of people when they write songs, especially for church, we think the Elevation and Bethel and Hillsong kind of just have the formula about like what works and what is the move for those places. And so somebody really challenged me when I went to Grow Conference down at Church at the Highlands. They were telling me about like nah, man. If it doesn't hit, if you write a song and it doesn't hit with your congregation, I think you've missed.
Yeah.
Like if your goal is to create language for your people, for your congregation, forget about like the global church. I mean, yay if it hits the global church, but if it doesn't hit your local church body, you've missed.
That's a good word.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dude, like, how do I figure out what's best for what our church needs? Well, it probably comes in the sermons that your pastor's preaching. Are you taking notes? It's like, I feel like the Holy Spirit's been on me like, dude, like,
yes, bro.
Take notes, bro.
Exactly. Because
whatever it is that God wants to say to his people in our church body, in our community, it's probably coming out of the man.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, dude, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we're working on some stuff. We have a writing retreat that's coming up for our writing team. And so we'll put a pin in that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that.
Okay. All right, man. I guess I'm going to ask you one more fun question.
Yeah.
Music or lyrics first?
Music, bro. If I like, and maybe that's like what makes me like not your typical worship leader type. Dude, if it's not vibing, you missed.
Right.
For me, like, if like I need them drums smacking, like so D gets me. Yeah. Right. So like, this man works so hard for our team, and no one knows it, and whoever watches this now, you know. He will literally inconvenience himself heavily to like, he'll show up on a Thursday, and Thursdays are run through day. So that's the day that we kind of like have rehearsal. And so it's going to be a later night anyway.
Yeah.
My man owns his own business. He will go and like ball out at work, and then he'll pull up in like boots, and they're dirty as crud, and he'll be like at 3:00 in the afternoon. He'd be like, "All right, I'm ready to dig into this song right now," and we'll be working all the way up. So our rehearsals at 6:30. We'll be working like 6:26.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, we just got to the heat, but it's fine. We got to go do this rehearsal. Rehearse. Okay, God bless you. I love you so much. Let's get back to the lab. So then we get back in there, and we're in there till like 10:30 at night. And he's like, bro, I'm so hyped on this song.
Yes.
Like, that's the relationship. I'll do anything for that guy.
Yeah, bro. It's been a good conversation.
Yeah, dude.
I've thoroughly enjoyed this.
Yeah, man.
Do you have any closing remarks, last statements?
I don't know.
For the people?
Oh, my gosh.
I would say
yeah.
New projects coming up, but you said we'll put a pin in that.
We'll put a pin in that, man.
That's all right.
For me, I'm out here trying to drop the heat. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
Maybe like
perfect
summer.
timing.
Perfect timing.
Right.
It's all about that timing.
Good deal. Where can the people find you? Living Word?
Oh, my gosh.
You got Instagram? Oh, you're fasting right now.
Yeah. But if you follow me.
The gram?
Yeah. So on Instagram, I am David Harris _
Hey.
I was so surprised when I was available. On TikTok, I am David Harris _
Talk, bro.
Yeah, bro.
All right. Well, I think that's all. That's all we got.
Let's go.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Local Legends. This has been David Harris. I have been Braden. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell for notifications when new videos drop. This has been Monday with Bray. Peace. Is the recorder recording?
It is now.
Always. That's always the thing. Is the recorder recording?